Roll it, what happened now? Metal throne, concrete crown. Call that line, you getting beat. Real, what veteran? What academy? He still remember me when they were sick and needed their medicine. Better watch it, partner, you from around here thinking sweet, you got the wrong idea. Get left out there, tell them so what? I kept trap music all black. Still, I'm that stupid. Still down to do it if you ask stupid. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah. Trap music all black. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy body. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on, they calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Houston Texans. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
That's taken on the 25. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Get set! 12. White.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Fighting to stay upright. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bash.
Super toe.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Play action. Garoppolo. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now out comes Houston. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Watson now to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Sanders. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw is Watson. Forced out to him under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Flushed out right to Mixon on the check down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go. He's got him in, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there. We keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. And they'll run it here. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back up. And this will be caught at the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Come back.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. On left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw is Watson. To throw on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lambeau will put this one through. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. That'll be taken in the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On first down, Garoppolo. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come back, come back. Two jet.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And that's caught inside the 35. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Falcons grab it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Steps away to his left. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
13.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, it's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Back 22. Richmond.
From the gun on third, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
11.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Dante Pettis with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Watson on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. A big play there with touchdown number 6 7 on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Garoppolo on first down. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
One dialed in.
Go ahead. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 12, fellas. Here we go. Flare. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Dumps it off to Mixon. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side They said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action, Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he stays up, breaks a tackle. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Come back, come back. Tiger, 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 tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Dancing to his left. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
21.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points, but by the wayside on that one.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Come back.
Here's Watson now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Target. Come back.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And his kick is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Target. Motion. Ringo.
To throw on second is Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Come back, come back. Hey, Green, they're down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That escapes us, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Watson now to throw. And he's going to go down again. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now Watson. Now a desperation throw deep down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
I sound